Good morning. I wanted to give you guys a quick update here from our home in the jungle of northern Peru. A little bit about what God is doing in our lives. I am in Peru for about a week, and the purpose of this trip is twofold. Firstly, it's to remind our villagers here, the people that we live among, that we did not abandon them, that we're still here, that we plan on returning, and that we love them. And then also to spend some time in the city of Iquitos and looking at housing options and seeing what it would be like to have a home there also, to be able to travel back and forth to the city. We travel quite often to the city of Iquitos, and we spend a lot of our time in hotels. And so I think it would be beneficial for our family to have a home where we can go to. We're not worried about hotels and lugging suitcases back and forth. I think it's just something that we've been praying about, and we're seeking the Lord, trying to get some answers about that. And so I'd ask that you guys be praying for us as we continue to seek answers from the Lord and get direction from Him. Alyssa and I are looking at transitioning back here to Peru in just a few months. And so I'd ask that you would continue to pray for us as we're going through that transition process back here to Peru. And for the kids also, right now the kids are finishing up the last few months of school, and then we'll be ready to come back. Last night I arrived here at our home in the jungle, and we got here kind of late. It was raining and dark and really later than I would have liked to, but it was so sweet that when we pulled up to the riverbank, even though I could not see, I saw some little flashlights and I saw people pop out of the jungle. And one lady specifically, I saw that she was holding a banana leaf over her head, trying to stay somewhat dry. And she told me, she said, I've been staying out here in the rain for about an hour, but I just wanted to see you before you walked up to your home. So it's been a sweet reminder of why the Lord has us placed here and what our job is. And so it's just been a really neat reminder of what's going on. I wanted to share with you guys a little bit of what the Lord is speaking to me this morning, and what He's been speaking to me over the past few weeks. This is the first time I have been in Peru by myself, without Alyssa, in almost 10 years. First time I actually been in this home by myself without the kids or Alyssa. And so it's been a really weird trip, but it's been a really fruitful trip just to sit here in the silence, sit here in the morning and listen to the birds and the monkeys as I'm drinking my coffee, just enjoying His creation. But like I said, it's been a really fruitful time to sit here and just be in the presence of the Lord, and just sit here in silence and listen to what He's saying to me. And so over the past few weeks, I've been involved in a men's Bible study at First Baptist Church in Sealy, and we've been studying the book of Daniel. And there's one thing that really stuck out to me, which is in Daniel chapter 3, when King Nebuchadnezzar tells Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego that they need to bow down and worship the statue. He tells them, whenever you hear all these instruments, you need to bow down and worship me. And in verse 16 of chapter 3, it says this: Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego replied to King Nebuchadnezzar, "We do not need to defend ourselves before you in this matter. If we are thrown into the blazing furnace, the God we serve is able to deliver us from it. And he will deliver us from your majesty's hand. But even if He does not, we want you to know, your majesty, that we will not serve your God or worship the image of gold you have set before us." And so King Nebuchadnezzar told Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, "You must bow down and worship me. If not, you will be thrown into the furnace. If not, you will be killed." And their response was, "My God can deliver us. Our God is bigger than you. Our God's bigger than your gods. But even if He doesn't, God's still faithful." And that phrase, even if He doesn't deliver us, we're going to be okay. And this morning, the Lord has just been encouraging me that no matter what goes on around me, no matter what happens, even if things happen, even if, as you may know, Alyssa experienced a miscarriage, even if we didn't get to bring a baby home, even if we experience pain and suffering, our God is still faithful. Our God is still on the throne. Our God is still worthy of worship. And so a few months ago, as we left Peru, Alyssa and I were kind of discouraged and a little homesick and ready to be home with family and just be with our church family. So as I'm sitting here thinking and reminded of that time, it's just so sweet to look at this verse and say, you know what, even if we're homesick, even if we're struggling, God is still faithful. God is still on the throne. And so it's just important for us to refocus our mindset, refocus our all of our desires and our passion to the Lord, and seeking Him, and not seeking ourselves or seeking to satisfy ourselves. And so I just want to encourage you this morning that whatever your even if is, whatever it is that you're faced with, whatever struggles you're faced with, whatever situations that seem like have really no good outcome, remember that God is still on the throne, that God is still faithful. God is able, and He can, and He will. So thank you guys so much for your support, your encouragement. It's been so neat to get messages almost every day, emails and text messages from every one of you saying, you're praying for us, you love us, and we appreciate it. And I ask that you please continue to do that. Please continue to pray for us. Please continue to support us. Please continue to partner with us over these next few months as we transition back and as we seek the Lord and seek His direction in our ministry and in our lives. We love you guys, and I'll be back home in about a week, and we will be spending some time traveling to different churches and spending some time with you guys. And so please reach out to us if you want to meet in person for some coffee or lunch or dinner or something. Please let us know. We would love to get with you, love to share with you what the Lord's doing, love to share with you what the plan is for the next few months as we come back to Peru. And so, like I said, please continue to pray. We love you guys so much. We're so thankful for every one of you. So thankful for your support. So thankful for just your love that you have shown us over the past few months. See you guys later.